this video, you will understand why this circuit is called the summing amplifier circuit. Okay, so let's try to find out the value of V0 in this circuit. So we start out with our constraints. The voltage at this point is Vn, and the voltage at this point is Vp. Now we know that Vn equals Vp, and the current that flows in here is I of N, and the current that flows in here is I of P. We also know from our second constraint that I of N is equals to I of P. We then equate that to 0. We can then proceed to this point and write a node voltage equation at this point. Let's call the current that flows in here, that is the feedback from the output, that would be IF. The current that flows inward, that is the current from the VA signal, IA. The current that flows in here, let's call that IB, and the current that flows in here, we call that IC. Now we know that at this node, IF plus IA plus IB plus IC all equal IN. Now recall that IN is equals to 0. Now what is the value of IA? Now IA is going to be equals to Vn minus is going to be equals to VA minus Vn over RA, and that would be VA minus Vn over RA. Then we also look at IB, which is VB minus Vn over RB, and we also have VC minus Vn over RC. Then we also have the current that flows in this direction, that will be V0 minus Vn over RF plus V0 minus Vn over RF. Now because Vp is connected directly to ground, so that means that Vp equals 0, which is also equals to Vn from our first constraint. And in that case, don't forget to equate this to 0, which is In. In that case, we then have our new equation to be Va over Ra plus Vb over Rb plus Vc over Rc plus V0 over Rf equals 0. That is because Vn across all these places is now 0. We can then rewrite this equation as V0 equals minus Rf into Va over Ra plus Vb over Rb plus Vc over Rc. Now when you look at this, you come to realize that we have sufficiently added scaled up or reduced versions of the input signals. Scaled up or reduced version of the input signal. Now think of a case where we have Rf to be equals to Ra to be equal, which is also equals to Rb, which is also equals to Rc, and in that case, all of these will cancel out Rf, and we would have it that V0 would be equals to minus Va plus Vb plus Vc. And now it is just an V0 is just an inverse of the sum. It's just an inversion of the sum of the three signals in that case. So this is why we call it the summing amplifier, because it adds up all the input signals. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. See you next time. Bye.